welcome him on stage.
Full frame. Good morning. My name is Airton Cattani. I am an architect and a design professor at the School of Architecture of the Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul in Porto Alegre, Brazil. I would like to apologize for my accent, but since you don't speak Portuguese, I would like to introduce my assistant, Beatriz, who will read my presentation. Beatriz, please.
Hello, everybody. I won't use the mic. Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to show you the place where the research that I will talk about has been made. Brazil is situated in South America. Brasília is our nation's capital, and the state of Rio Grande do Sul is located in the south of Brazil. Its capital is Porto Alegre. It's an hour-and-a-half flight from São Paulo, the biggest city of Brazil, and it's an approximately 20-hour flight to Istanbul. I'm going to present here the research that started in 2008 with the release of a book about the sidewalks of Porto Alegre. In this book, it's presented almost 100 photographs of Porto Alegre sidewalks, showing the diversity of its pavings. Although there are some unity in the different pavings, in some cases the pavement differs itself from the rest by the different format that it's used. The book tried to create some sort of historical visual archive of a part of a constant changing city. The accelerated urban growth and the denial of the recovery of the built heritage make many of the models presented in the book to be gone, replaced by standard pavings. With this action, a part of the city's memories, both its visual and urban history, is lost. Wanting to extend the records in this aspect of the city's heritage started the next phase of the research, investigating about the urban paving, not only in the city of Porto Alegre, but in the other cities in the state of Rio Grande do Sul. The question guiding this research was, will there be a kind of pavement that would be characteristic of a certain place, and that it contributes to its definition? In this case, place is understood not only as a geographical space created by architecture or by other built or man-made elements. A place is much more than the sum of its elements. It's its particularities that differentiate from others, that make it unique, that build its soul, and only an observant eye can catch it. In other words, according to Castello, 2007, the place in which becomes known by its population in a different way by motivating human experience from seizure the environmental stimuli. In these stimuli, it's possible to mention the pavement, surfaces that have a great potential to contribute in the formation of a place. But how can we put in evidence this potential? How to make the pavements noticeable as an important aspect of the urban furniture? Although at a first glance the paving can't be presented as something with an artistic value, some examples must be mentioned. Like the pavements of Lisbon, composing one of the most characteristic features of the city. Here, the pavements of Rio de Janeiro, known worldwide. In these two examples, There is no doubt that the paving is an important aspect of the city, and it's responsible in part for creating the idea of place. This is Lisbon. This is Rio de Janeiro. The same seems to happen in the sidewalk in front of the building that we are now. And in my state, will there be important examples? The answer is yes. The lack of data about this aspect of the cities has led me to the making of this research, in which I tried to map the largest numbers I can of the different patterns of pavements there are in Rio Grande do Sul. With this, I've tried to draw attention to the importance of the pavements in the constitution of the place, using photographs to register them. The research was made by visiting over 50 cities, where it was possible to see the pavings as a constituent part of the city. The photographs taking consideration of the placement of the pavings as an element of the city, showing even the ones with a lot of details in its formation. Visits to the various towns in the regional areas of the state allowed verification of the existence of significant features in terms of pavement finish, which were hitherto undocumented. The research shows that in terms of uniformity of finish, particularly of irregular shaped basalt paving slabs, a significant amount of pavements eludes this form of standardization, offering individual characteristics to the pavements of towns where this occurs. This wide diversity gives various locations their own identity and establishes them as places, often identified by the particular features of their pavements. This has been contributed to by the vernacular creativity of the artisans responsible for laying the pavements, who do not just use the available material, but also express themselves anonymously to bring a particular identity to this commonly used feature of the urban space. The framing of the photographs also plays a part on this. Photographs are normally taken focusing on the horizon line, and as soon as this focus shifts to the ground, new visual features appear to observers who are not normally used to look where they're going. The main findings of this research show that Rio Grande do Sul pavements demonstrate a wide variety of treatment, demonstrating the cultural diversity of the region, where pavements might be seen to display characteristics of local agricultural production, variation in arrangement of ceramic pieces, reuse of materials, exploration of colors possibilities, manifestation of vernacular artistry, regional cultural characteristics, and a range of other criteria and possibilities, as shown in these images. Each of the documented pavement patterns presents characteristics which, when seen in isolation, one at a time, have their own aesthetic attributes. But when seen in a larger group in relation to other examples, demonstrate the often ignored form of wealth and diversity beneath our feet. Evidence of this can be seen in this picture. A photo montage showing various formal and color patterns on Rio Grande do Sul pavements, which won a national photography competition organized by the National Council for Scientific and Technological Development. This photograph demonstrates both the potential of the photograph record for documenting and disseminating the attributes of this aspect of urban design and its capacity for demonstrating a particular aspect of everyday life, contributing towards the development of a more sensitive eye. The documentary images of Rio Grande do Sul pavement collected so far reveal that, although there is a predominance of finish with little plastic expression, particularly irregular shaped gray basalt, it is also possible to find hundreds of formal patterns that exploit regional particularities and local materials in the construction of pavements, which contribute to the definition of places with their own identity and a confirmation of the assumptions behind the development of this research. As we can see in these images, regional particularities, local materials, and cultural characteristics are expressed in the surfaces of Rio Grande do Sul pavements and form a rich source of research, both in formal terms and in the investigation of aesthetic characteristics. Elements of everyday life, as commonplaces as they may seem, can also become highly regarded when looked at with an attentive eye. Photography is therefore seen to be a resource that can contribute to the development of an eye sensitive to everyday things, and also contribute to an awareness of the need to preservation and conservation of this important element of the urban setting and design. Finally, every day we move from one side of our town to the other, and we often forget to look where we're going. More than a simple play on words, this means that our gaze does not always manage to see our surroundings and notice the aesthetic expressions of the elements around us that might be present in the surfaces as simple as a pavement.
Thank you for your attention, and I hope that from this day on you will watch your step so you can see the beauty that lies beneath your feet. If you have any question, we will try to answer the best way we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant. Do we have any comments or questions? So we can continue. Okay.